What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, before we get into the meat and potatoes of today's video, I wanted to do one thing, and that is thank my premium subscribers. And I've been doing a lot of thinking. Guys, if you don't know, my premium subscription is what helps make all of this happen. And I went back roughly 2019. We started back in 2018, but I've given almost $70,000 in parts and giveaways. Parts and gift cards to premium subscribers every single month, over $1,000 in giveaways. 2 cars that you got to see built right here on the channel, and right behind me is the engine for the 3rd car, Project Frostbite, which is currently at paint and body. And I was very proud of that, and you know, not just being proud of giving that much back, but also the guys that have been with me for years. I wanted to thank you guys very much. They all get to watch the videos early. All my videos are pre-released to premium subscribers first. Every year on their anniversary, they send me a DM. I send them out a hat or a t-shirt. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Any discount codes we get, any new products, you know, that I get, which isn't very often, but it does happen. Premium subscribers get those first. They get the banner spots on the Facebook page and the subscriber page. But guys, I wanted to again thank my premium subscribers for that, and we're going to do something a little different. If we can up our premium subscription number by an additional 100 by the end of March, I'm going to give away their choice. I'm going to do a drawing for one of the premium subscribers' choice of any SVE wheel kit from LMR. Just the wheels, but any wheel, your choice. Doesn't matter if it's for an SN95, for a Fox, or for an S550, doesn't matter. I'm going to give that away. If we get up by 200 more by the next month, we're going to give an additional wheel kit away, and we're just going to keep on going. Guys, the premium subscription, again, is what makes all this possible. It's extremely expensive, time consuming, a lot of travel, a lot of parts, a lot of everything to make all this possible, and the premium subscription is what makes that possible. So that's what we're gonna do. We will, at the end of March, if we have an additional 100 at the ultimate level, we're giving a set of wheels away. And if we add an additional 100 by the end of April, another wheel set. And we're gonna continue. And not only that, but you're already entered in all the other giveaways as well, including Project Frostbite. So it's a hell of a deal. I'm very proud of what we've been able to do to give the parts, the gift cards, you know, the detail kits, all that great stuff from Stiflers and Hanlon Motorsports, late model restoration. It's really a cool deal. So hit the link below, jump in, and I promise you'll get a lot more value out of your subscription than you pay in, and that's always been my promise, always has been. And can't thank you guys enough for everything. But anyway, let's get into the video. Alright guys, let me just preface this video by saying I'm just throwing out ideas and stuff to get your creative juices flowing, because it's got mine flowing. No, I don't know how well or how hard it would be to make some of these things work, but they would be cool. And I know they can work, just a matter of how much you're ready to put into it. And if you're wanting to change the game for 23 or next year, whatever, here's a few things just to maybe get those creative juices flowing. All right, boys. So one thing that kind of first popped into my head was looking at the IRS for the S550. Now, a quick Google search tells me the 64-inch is the rear track width on an S550 versus 57 inches for a Fox body. Okay, so we're roughly a 7-inch overall width difference between an S550 and a Fox body. So my thinking is, obviously there would need to be some brackets made and all that to mount it up, but the S550 IRS is far superior to the Terminator ones in several different ways. But something like this in a Fox body would be game changing. Not only would it be game changing, but you could utilize the added width, track width, and do like a wide body. So that just kind of had me thinking, just something cool, you know, using readily available parts that you can get fairly inexpensive to do something really cool. I think that would be badass. All right, so the next thing that popped in my head, and this has been done. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this has been done twice that I know of, one of which my good buddy John Brooks sent me a video that he saw at PRI, and what they actually did is graft the firewall and part of the floor, as far as I can remember, into a Fox body. It was like green. I'm not sure who built it or anything like that, but it was pretty badass. But it had the entire S550 dash into it. So Dover and I measured it. You're looking at about 1 inch to 1.5 inches difference in length, but that would be freaking cool. And we also just kind of toss around our head, what if you took this center stack, cut this center stack out, and somehow molded it into a Fox dash? That would be pretty badass. I mean, there's a lot of challenges there. Obviously, this is all electronic, and the Fox body has the cables and whatnot. So, of course, it could be done. Would it be difficult? Yes, but would it be ridiculously badass? 100%. All right, guys, and this isn't a huge new thing either. It has been done. Again, my buddy John Brooks has done this, making the S550 rear seats work in a Fox body. Go check out his ride if you want to see the finished product. But there again, if you haven't seen his car, I mean, obviously they're just sitting in here, but that looks good. That looks really good, and it looks great in his car. There is going to be some trimming on the bottom of the seat. Again, hit up John Brooks. He did the whole thing, and it looks really clean. But there again, change it up a little bit. Get rid of those old flat seats, those flat Fox body seats, and do something different. The front S550 seats have been done quite a bit, but I'll go ahead and tell you, if you've never owned an S550, the seats are extremely rigid, and I got to tell you, it feels really good. We did one in Brian's car a couple years ago, and they sat amazing. They weren't too high, and again, the rigidity of that seat gave you a really solid feel behind the wheel. So another thing that we did, just again for ish and giggles, was just take a look at an S550 door panel, because I think that would be freaking crazy if you could make that work. Now, that's going to be a project. Here's number one issue right here, which again, that wouldn't be crazy hard. I mean, you could do like a nice flush, like piece of plastic, trim that out. The other issue you have is a height difference. Quite a bit of height difference there. It actually fits somewhat decent up against the pillar. And of course the dash, your handle's back here. Let's go around and look at the other side. Okay guys, I'm just spitballing here, throwing out, you know, possibilities, but with so much innovation going on in the Fox body world, this kind of stuff is wicked. But if you take a look, that fits well. As far, and I'm talking about the lines and the designs, it fits with the Fox body really well, and it adds a touch of quality. But you also have that OE fit and finish. I don't know. We were tossing out all kinds of different crazy ideas about, you know, how could that work? What could you do? Could you modify the door panel? I don't know. Maybe graft this section in. You can see there's a line here. And I was thinking about maybe, you know, cutting that out and grafting it onto a stock Fox body door panel. Again, just stuff that I've got rattling around in my head that I think would be very unique, very cool, and really make your car stand out. So I guess what I'm trying to do, guys, is get you to try to think outside the box. For you guys that are not, you know, trying to keep it stock or, you know, near stock or anything like that, think outside the box. I mean, there's a million different things that you can do with a small block Ford to totally change the look and, you know, maybe give it a more modern look, maybe a more show car look. There's a million things you can do. You can do a Coyote swap, put a newer drivetrain in it. Even so much as like finding a way to put the big S550 brakes on it, which the CTSV brakes are a big thing right now. Those are a really cool upgrade. But just thinking outside the box, like what is possible? What can I do to set my car apart and, you know, just make it my own and something I can be really proud of. All right, so here's another thing. Like I said, I'm just doing a little pedaling, a little filming, but just kind of half-ass mocked up the console from an S550. It fits good. Obviously, it's just sitting there, but I like that. That's pretty sweet. Again, guys, just throwing stuff out there, you know, trying to get those creative juices flowing. Change the game. Do something different. I promise you, it'll be worth it. Couple more small stuff, and we actually did this in my car, but these pedal pads that are in the S550, like I said, I've got them in my car. They look great. They look really good. They're better than an all metal because they've got these rubber pads in them so your feet don't slip off of them. But I love those. Another thing the S550 has, again, just ideas. Got the illuminated Mustang sill plates. I mean, yeah. Tell me you couldn't put power and ground and hook a switch to that. Again, guys, I'm not telling you to do this with your car or that I'm going to do it, but this has got to get your juices flowing. You got to, like, you got to think outside the box and use stuff like this for inspiration. All right, guys, so last and final thing. Let me just leave you with this. Also, look up these old Fox bodies. The Capris, the LTDs, the Fairmonts, the Granadas, all those other, the Mark 7s, all those other Fox chassis. The ones that are still left, a lot of them you can get fairly cheap. And guess what? It's not the same old Mustang. Not that there's anything wrong with Mustangs, but doing something different. If you want to stand out, if you want to have something unique, you gotta change the game up a little bit. And that's why we love the Capri so much. That's why we built Lieutenant Dan. All of that stuff. Something different. That's how you're gonna get, you know, magazines hitting you up at shows and these big Instagram pages and stuff, taking pictures of your car, posting them all around. Do something different. Change it up. All right, boys, that's pretty much what I got for you today. Again, I hope this gets your creative juices flowing. Roll some ideas around. Go out and look at stuff. Take it apart. Tinker with it. See how it goes apart and comes back together. You'll be surprised what you can figure out. And again, stand out. Be very cool. Be a game changer. Don't do the same old stuff. Do something different. Hope that helps. Catch you on the next one.